Hey guys, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name's Mandy and today we are doing a flip through of my planner. My planner is not a typical annual planner. I just kind of go with what I'm feeling. I go with the season I'm in. I go with typically I want to say it's probably quarterly if you want to think about it that way. I had January, February. I actually started this one in March. It is a notebook. It is not an actual planner. The discs are a lot smaller for notebooks, so I probably am going to need to update this soon because it's getting a little full for these discs. And I also really don't need to be looking back all the way in March. So after this flip through, and hopefully in the current month that we're in is July, I will go through this and change it out and take out some things. I just don't have a lot of fun doing that because I don't have the greatest system of if I want to keep my old planners or not. But we're going to go ahead and do a flip through so you guys can see how I have it set up. And I'm still really loving this cover. So I've had this since March, and I think it's great for spring and fall, spring and summer. So, and I love, it says bring on the calm. And it's just nice and neutral. So this is what I have first. It is funny that this is the page that I have first because I really don't need this to be my first page, but we're getting into our homeschool year coming up soon, and I'm going to need to kind of fill this in. And I like it and I don't have anywhere else to put it in my planner. I don't have a homeschool section, but I definitely don't want to forget to fill this in because I did forget last year and I was kind of bummed about that. Next, I just inserted this in this pocket folder in for July because I wanted to use the tab that I had here for March, but I didn't want to take March out yet. So this is just holding a few different stickers that go with this theme. I'm blanking on what this theme is, you guys, but I'm really enjoying it and I'm loving it. So I got all the different, whatever this theme is, but it's from Happy Planner. And I think it's Homebody. I think so, but so just having this pocket thing, I'm not sure if it'll stay because it makes it a lot thicker, but it is nice to have a pocket in the front or a couple pockets. I have some dailies. I have not had to use my dailies in a really long time. So if you're seeing my planner and you're like, she always has it there, I completely get it, but I'm not willing to take them out yet because, well, I love them and I want to use them, but I haven't needed them because my weekly has been everything I needed more. So, these pages have kind of stuck with me. I organize my to-do lists or different category style things with these pages. And then these I can write down specifics if I need to. So those have been really fun, and you're going to see these a lot in pretty much every monthly. I have a monthly calendar for quite a few months now. I've been trying to just put down our dinners so that way I can look back and get ideas if I get burnt out or have blanks on what I want to make for dinner and I just need an idea. And it also just shows me what I'm kind of, trending in my life of what I make for dinner. You'll see a lot of note pages, goal pages. Sometimes I've gotten to them, sometimes I haven't. And this is kind of, it's very random. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to use for my planning system. So you're going to see some things that are we shouldn't even use that. My hope was to use it, of course, and then I didn't. But you will definitely see weekly catch-alls that I've used. So I've used things for homeschool. I've used something similar to that layout for my planning, just like my regular weekly planning, and just you can kind of see that I've tried to figure out what I really like, and I'm hoping that you'll notice that by this this month we're in, I've actually found a system that I'm really enjoying. So I was trying to dabble with this style of planning, but it was so similar that I knew I needed some change up, so I was using a little bit of two different styles. I absolutely love this planner, but I could not make cleaning more as important as having a whole layout for it. And not that that's all it had to be, but because I was trying other things out for my schedule, you know, having like 2 to 3 different weekly layouts in one week was a little much. And I use a lot of note pages. As you can see, like I wanted to plan hourly, but I've always kind of wanted to plan hourly, but it's never been something I can keep up with consistently because things just change so much. So as I'm talking, I'm just going to kind of keep flipping through, and as you can see, like I have a lot of like routine stuff and habit tracking, but it's more of a routine style habit tracking, and I love doing that. But then I realized I needed it all on like the weekly that I actually like use, like my catch-all. So that was March. Here's April. So very similar. I started using this page for planning out like business stuff like YouTube and Etsy and stuff like that. I didn't use this monthly at all. I really loved my goals page. And then just, yeah, finishing out the homeschool year. I used my note page for packing. And then again, like just many pages that I found I really wanted to use, but didn't really end up needing. So let's kind of get to May here. I'm just gonna keep going. And sometimes I just can't change things up because it's the middle of the month, or I'm just busy with family and homeschooling and stuff like that. So and then I started noticing like what I consistently was using. So I consistently was using this monthly page. Again, did not have time to track. If you've been watching the past few videos I've, been putting up, I've talked about morning routines and how I've made that into my planning system, and you'll see how that has helped me be a lot more consistent with some of these pages. So note pages are always nice, even if I don't end up using the actual note page. That's something I will never like not need. But I was trying to figure out how to use this for our summer homeschool. So, but still using, our regular homeschool page. And then I think what happened here was I was sharing on YouTube a video about all the different weeklies I had, and I came across this weekly that I had made, I don't know, like a year or so ago, maybe 2 years, and I was like, you know what? I forgot that this has everything that I have needed to track on a catch-all weekly, like in my life for many years. I can keep track of like what I'm doing, what we're doing on those days. I can keep track of things I need to get done. I have a space for my goals. I have a space for my movement plan. And then just specific things to that day. I have many ways to track things all on here. And then, dinners or theme days. And I thought, I'm going to use this again. And I absolutely loved it. I have like my dinners that I made for that day go up here, but I absolutely loved it. And you're going to see this now throughout my planner. This was another version, very similar, except instead of, let's see, what was it? Instead of the movement plan and this whole thing, I had hourly in case like I really wanted to do tracking hourly, or I wanted to write down my movement plan and my to-do lists here and stuff like that. So as you can see, like I still loved using this, but this one was still my favorite. And you are going to see that now a lot. And this is when I started seeing if I liked tracking my food here, as well as my summer homeschool plans there. And now, yeah, you're probably going to see, you're going to see some consistent stuff, because I've started to figure out what I really want to do for at least summer anyway, in this season of life. And I started tracking or writing down daily verses for a couple days there. And let's see, I had a couple note pages instead of printing my own. And then we go into June. So this was just last month. And I started making this part of my normal morning routine, my goals and routine page for the month. This is something I wanted to incorporate. I didn't really make it part of my routine, so that's a goal for July. It's just tracking certain things on here as opposed to just being like dinners. So I'm figuring that out for July, which you'll see in a minute, but more notes pages, food logging, my lovely and still loving weekly. This is a better view of my practicing my cursive and my daily verses. And then it just kind of repeats itself. So let's kind of try to get, so the end of the last week of June, where it's like partial June, partial July, I did not track. We were on vacation, so I took a break from most everything. And then I decided for July that because I didn't want to waste paper and I finally figured out how I wanted to use this, that I was going to set this up for my like business plan for the month. So that's what that is. And then we go into July, which this page moves with me because it's part of my like social media stuff that I don't want to rewrite. This month I'm using this page for to buy, to research, to color schedule, and home care organization. And I'm really excited to kind of use that throughout the month. I decided to use graphics from Canva this month, so I'm really excited about that. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this for my dinners that we have, or if I'm going to use this more for like my wellness and just tracking things, and then I would use this for dinners. I also added, or I kind of like used a different monthly that's very similar, but I have some areas that I could use the monthly. So I really need to sit down with like 5 to 10 minutes for myself and figure out how best to use the space here that I have. So I'm excited about the graphics this month. I don't always like to use graphics because, you know, like if I already used a graphic and I'm not feeling that, then I can't really change it up. But this month I was excited to use graphics, and I did leave some blank. Like I can decorate this goals page, goals and routine page myself. I have plenty of note pages for the month, and then this is when the week starts. So instead of the week starting with this page, since I couldn't figure out how I wanted to use it on a weekly basis, and as you probably saw in the flip through, it was very blank, maybe a couple things, I decided to just do a notes page. I still have my food log, and in the future, instead of this being a food log, it might be homeschool when we start up again in September. Here's my weekly. I haven't decorated it. I left it blank so I can decorate it myself, especially because I use almost every single space. And then I have my my faith section, my handwriting and faith section. The first week I actually didn't decorate at all. So now I'm going to show you the second week of July is all ready to go, and has pretty graphics for summertime vibes. Again, I didn't decorate my weekly catch-all, but I did do the same decorations for my, or the same graphics for my faith. And then we go into the next week, which I wanted it to be a little bit different. So we've got like fruit and, you know, hot air balloons, weekly catch-all, faith, and then the final week of July, I did like summer florals. So, and you can tell I'm gonna need to be taking March out, I think. But that is my planner flip through for this, I guess, second quarter of the year. And I'll probably, like I said, have to take a chunk of maybe a month or two out, so it's more easily, you know, it's fine, but definitely won't fit August in here without taking a month or two out. So I hope you enjoyed this flip through and this chatty, like what I've been doing with my planner this last quarter. And let me know what you guys liked. If you saw anything that you liked in here and want to add it to your planning system, I have, linked many things down below, as well as my Etsy shop. And you're always welcome to contact me. I'm at, on Instagram, I'm at Mandy_Chavez Chapters. You can, leave a comment here, or you can find me in my Etsy shop and message me through there. And, yeah, if you see anything you like graphic wise as well, because I don't have a lot of that for sale on my Etsy shop, but you're always welcome to say, hey, I love this graphic. Can you just add it to this monthly I want to purchase, or this weekly that I want to purchase? And I am happy to do so. Definitely can do custom stuff like that. And you guys just let me know what you like. Okay. Have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. If you haven't already, subscribe because I want to have you here more often. Like the video before you go, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye, guys.